Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching the 100. This episode 3 of the third season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. And if you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So last episode, very interesting. One Heater was finally captured. Now you might be thinking, who is that? Well, it is Clark. Yes, we did learn that. After killing all of the people in Mount Weather, she's now got a bounty on her head. People believe that obviously taking all of these lives, she gained all of the powers from all of them. So now she's a prime target for people who are obviously powerful. They want to take her down and obviously get stronger. Now, the Queen of the Ice Nation, she's after her. And Rowan did capture her. We learned that Rowan is actually, you know, the prince of the Ice Nation. But he didn't actually take it to his mother. He actually took her to Lexa. Very, very interesting. It seems like Lexa has got some sort of hold over him. He was asking, you know, I've done my part, now it's time for you to do yours. Lexa said, look mate, I'll do mine once your mother agrees to our you know, like coalition or something. If not, banish him, take him away. And he ended up getting locked back up. Now Clark, he took the, you know, thing out of her mouth and said, you know, she's sorry it had to come to this. And Clark ended up going mad. She spit in her face. She was screaming, I'll kill you, I'll kill you. She's obviously not happy with what happened last season, leaving all of her friends to die, being a bit selfish, and obviously saving the grounders. And Clark was taken away as well. Then we seen obviously Lexa go stand at the edge of like the window, and the camera panned out, and she's at a massive top of the tower. It's kind of what we see in the intro when we flip through all of the people's names that are in the show. So I'm excited to see where we go with that one. Now, you know, the healer from the Grounders, he ended up going to Camp Arcadia, which was formerly Jaha, looking for Abby because he needed help. He was injured. The Ice Nation attacked him as well. Mate, not messing around. They're going after everybody. Now, they didn't have the facilities to actually help and heal him there in Arcadia, so they had to go all the way to Mount Weather. And I've been saying for the first 2 episodes, don't understand why they're not utilising this place anyway. They was way more advanced with the technologies. They got better facilities. And that's what Lincoln ended up saying as well. But Lincoln was also saying, look, mate, you know, we kind of need to leave as well because I don't think it'll rub well with the Grounders. The Grounders suffered a lot of, you know, trauma here, and like us being here, it might disrupt, you know, our kind of like peace treaty. But they ended up saying, look, we can utilise it, and it's not just a place for us, it could be a place for everybody. The Grounders could come, we can all use it together like a sanctuary. So I don't know, hopefully it doesn't ruin anything. I feel like it's a good idea, and they might as well use everything that they've got. You know, it's a massive benefit using all of those facilities. And obviously we'll finish it off with, very interestingly, the Jaha storyline. He's fully converted now, isn't he? That the City of Light is real, that woman's here feeding him information. They went onto an island, then his little like briefcase was stolen by Amora. Do you remember her? She was the one that robbed them in the desert. She explained to Murphy that she's hired by this female, and what she does is she gathers technology for her, but she's also got other buyers as well. So while everybody was kind of like not looking, she tried to steal one back, and you know, they ended up getting into a fight. Now she nearly got killed. Murphy, he pretty much done a bargain. He was like, look mate, if you want this technology back, you better give me her, which they did do. He launched the bag into the water, they jumped on a boat and sped off. So really interesting. I have no idea what their actual plan is to get everybody from the Arcadia or whatever like on their side. Jaha was like, I'll give you my word, I'll fill this place. I'm not too sure. The only thing that I'm again really confused at is he was a guy in the present world, got killed, and then he was alive in the alternative City of Light world. Don't know what's going on there. Crazy. Can't wait to find out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you do, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into episode 3 of the third season of the 100.
What part of I won't see you was unclear.
I'm hosting a summit with Sky Crew at sundown. You'll be returned to your people.
You know when I could have used saving? When you abandoned me in Mount Weather.
What would you have done if their leader had offered you the deal?
I don't betray my friends.
It helps no one to dwell on the past, and that's not why I'm here. I want your people to become my people. I'm offering Sky Crew the chance to join my coalition. Bow before me and your people will be safe.
Give a damn about my people.
We will do when you're the 13th.
I made you look weak at Mount Weather, and now the Ice Nation is exploiting that.
I bow to Lexa.
Herre bär späckum down gan asgariyo. Ossa gerinha. Ossa on the fissok na gintek on a sabaga. Why is one header still alive? This is your weakness again. Asgara will happily step in.
There's no need to argue about this again. Come join me.
See you later. Yes,
Would
Lexa.
anyone else care to question my decisions?
See what I mean, right? She done the right thing. People are starting to question her strength or whatever, leadership. You got to just show a bit of action. Show that you're still strong. The fact is, everyone might think that she was weak for doing what she'd done around near Mount Weather, but the thing is, she saved the people. So I don't understand how that's weak. Now, yeah, she didn't go in and fight, but what's the point in fighting when you got what you went there to do? Do you know what I mean? Like, she went there physically to get her people out. So that she's gone there and she got her people out with minimal casualties. It's not weak. I understand where you're coming from. I do. I totally get it. But she made a good decision, to be honest. She come out of there. Everybody was saved from her side. And Clark said that she'd never bend a knee and she wouldn't do all of this stuff. But let's be honest, being the 13th clan, having that proposed to you is way better. What would you rather be? Just a lone wolf chilling there in the trees for anybody else to come and attack you later on down the line? Or be part of them, the 13th crew, the grounders, the tree crew? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd have all these people, all these allies. You strength, you got good connections as well with Lexa, probably stronger than most of the people there. You could tell that she's got a liking to you. I think it's a great deal, me. I understand where Clark's coming from. She's fuming, but it's not her decision to make, is it? Literally, this would have to be given to her people.
Mrs. Gars will be here soon. All guns and radios stay in the truck.
What is that?
It's a medkit.
A medkit from Mount Weather, the place where thousands of their people were killed.
Opening a hospital is one thing. Moving farm station survivors in is another.
It was a few people, Marcus. An exploratory group.
That's not the point.
I knew I should have taken my horse. The summit delegation will be fine.
I should be there.
Then you wouldn't be here with me. Someone's made themselves at home.
Isn't it?
36. Wow, the grounders are gonna think we moved in. I'm out of here.
She don't take no shit, does she?
We've got no power to medical, fluctuations on levels 2 and 3, and blown fuses all over the place. Get on it.
See, I was saying there, I think that they should go to Mount Weather and utilise the facilities, and it could be a place of sanctuary, of peace when people need it, not move in and live there. Do you know what I mean? That is where they would look at it and they'll feel like, you know, it's going to ruffle the feathers kind of like between them for all of the deaths that they received inside it. Now, like I said, if it was used as a place to help people that was in trouble, just like last episode, I think it's perfectly fine for that reason.
I'm here to help you. Commander promised to lift my banishment if I delivered you safely. I saw the look on your face when I took that hood off. You want revenge? You can get close, I can't. You'll find a knife under your bed when you return to your room, and you'll find a strong and grateful ally in the Ice Queen.
From what I hear, she's worse than Lexa.
Because you've been talking to Lexa.
Well, I wouldn't make that deal. I have no idea who the Ice Queen is, so why would you make a deal? You know what I'm saying? Like, she could, like I said, be way worse than Lexa.
Such a mistake. The grounders will never accept it.
Nyko and Lincoln will make them see that.
How? Lincoln has a kill order on him. He can't even leave camp without risking his life.
What now?
Is that? Oh, yes, that's the one who was locked up.
She was in the cage next to mine.
The summit's a trap. The assassin is already there. At sundown, your people will die.
It could be a double bluff.
We abandoned Sky Crew in the battle for the mountain. It was wrong.
Missiles in this mountain, even the playing field, and you know I'm right.
Even if I did agree with you, we still don't have the launch code.
You should stay here. Help them get those missiles ready to launch.
Don't do anything stupidly heroic.
See what I mean? Like, using that Mount Weather for the missiles and stuff, bad move. Imagine how many people could live in that. No thanks.
Take me.
As soon as I'd one up, Chov. Bija, I'm like Memon, Komisir how. When I drank to the ground, it was empty.
But it's not empty now. Something you have a vision for. This should be yours.
It is about time.
We've been passing the Chancellor's pin since we landed on the ground. This time it's up to the people.
I would like to see Clark. Soon.
Abby.
You are suited for this.
The thing is with them, right? I've always said, and like with Abby, this is always been my complaint with her being the leader. She's got no end vision. She'll always do something now, but with no end goal. So she doesn't know where she's going to end up going, and you can't have that in a leader. That's why I thought Clark was better last season, because even though Clark was doing stuff, and either you agreed with it or you didn't, she always had an end goal, what she was trying to achieve. Do you know what I mean? Threaten them, attack them. Do you know, take the walkies down. Let's get our people out. Where Abby, she never really. She didn't really know what she was doing. She wanted to be in control and protect people, but she didn't know how to move forward and take that next step. And like she just said here, you've got a vision for this. You could see it. You've got like an idea of how we're going to live and how to progress forward. You deserve it. And I agree. I actually agree. Because like I said with her, she's a good doctor. She's an asset. She's vital to the team. But not as the leader. And not because like she can't do what's best for the people. It's just that she has no vision of where the next steps to go after her.
You still think the summit is a bad idea?
But now's not the time for good intentions. You antagonize her further by offering the Sky Crew a seat at your table. They didn't ask for this. Not one of 12 clans will accept it.
They will accept it when they see One Heda bow before me.
If you want the power of One Heda, you strike her down, you kill her.
It's not going to happen. It's not even going to scare me because I don't think it's not going to happen.
It's a 12-digit code. There are a trillion combinations.
We're working analog, we're working digital. What are we missing?
How was the president gonna remember a number that long? Wanna bet he wrote it down somewhere? I'll check the president's office.
Where are the guards?
You set them up.
The call would be to leave someone behind.
They did. I'm not leaving my blade here.
None of us are.
Oh, I honestly don't know if to trust her or not. I really don't.
You wanted to see me? Sorry. I never meant to turn you into this. You're free to go.
I have a better idea.
What's the idea, mate? She's got to bend the knee. She has to. She looks good, Clark. I like it. She looks different, and this is... I love different appearances.
They want Lexa dead. That's Lexa's concern, not ours.
No, Abby. If Lexa falls,
We fall.
shatters. You said there were new terms.
We become the 13th clan.
We came here to negotiate a treaty.
This is our Unity Day, Mom.
I've seen the Ice Nation army, and we don't stand a chance against it.
What's gonna stop the Ice Nation?
I am.
One Heda.
I wonder if they're going to pass the power over. He'll be in charge. I don't know. It's interesting, this one. I was trying to figure out what Clark's getting out of it. Because before, there was no way. I can't remember what she said. I'd rather die than, you know, like, be part of your crew or something. But now, obviously, feelings, emotions, come back around full circle. She's joining 13th clan. I think it's the right decision. Now I've said that, probably not going to happen. But because they need One Heda to be there, and they need her to bend the knee towards, obviously, Lexa to show that she's strong and she's, the leader. What's Clark got out of it? From the first time it was proposed to the second time it was proposed, what's changed? What terms? We didn't hear it. Yeah, she looks good, mate. It's the face paint.
We're almost there. The elevator shaft is just ahead.
It's the trap.
2 guards.
They raised the lift. The elevator shaft is our only way in.
The knee's getting bent.
What is wrong with you? You didn't have to kill them.
Yeah, I did.
Hail, warriors of the 12 clan. We welcome Sky Crew to our halls. In the spirit
I
of
reckon Bellamy's
friendship
going to
and
ruin it.
we are not here to negotiate a treaty with the Sky Crew, but rather to initiate them into the coalition. The leader of Sky Crew must bear our mark.
The honor should be yours.
The summit's a trap.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
It's the Ice Nation. The 2 guards you left behind are dead already. We need to go now.
How did you come by this information?
Where the hell is Echo?
Well, if something happens now, it shows that they want chatting, doesn't it? Oh, yo, before this happens, right? Take out most of Mount Weather. Leave Raven. I like you. Good character. Want you to stay for the longevity. Take out quite a lot of them. That would be really interesting. Now, obviously, they're not going to know that this was going to be an attack. The information's not going to get there to the capital in that time. I knew he'd run in and kind of ruin it as well, Bellamy, but you can't really blame it. And Echo, clearly, she set them up. Do you know what I mean? I was there. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be on your side because he saved you. But then I was sort of twisting. But she's Ice Nation and we've seen them savages. And then later on, as he was walking through that tunnel, I said, mate, she's setting them up. And it looks like she has, because she's disappeared. And I will say it now, because I didn't say it earlier on in the episode, but why is her, the person that's kind of like the enemy, always being left at the back on her own? For example, when they got out of the car and she was walking around and she was looking, she's dead sus. I was thinking, why she stood there? She needs to be in front, she needs to be watched, she needs to be seen. And now again, why did they all climb the ladders and leave her at the back? Do you know what I mean? That's rookie moves, mate. Absolute rookie.
They had impressive security, I'll give them that.
I'm better with hydrazine and gunpowder.
Reyes.
I give up.
The Raven Reyes I know doesn't give up. If this machine was broken and you knew there was a way to fix it, would you not do it because it might be hard? And with the medical equipment in this building, Abby can help you. I took a chance on a zero-G mechanic with a heart defect.
He did. He did.
Why don't you take a chance on her too?
I guess our luck is still holding.
You're dead. Right there. Yo, how do these know what the launch codes are? Who was that? Imagine if he was the guy that worked for them last season.
A grounder set off a self-destruct sequence.
He has the codes on his arm. You have to get them.
He's gone. They're not getting him. He's full on gone. Raven's coming now. I mean,
Get the numbers on his arm. Need a new copy.
Tarando's dead. I don't even know one of them in there. Well, just before we go back into this, Mount Weather's not a good place for Unity no more, is it, mate? You're not going to go there and use the facilities and use it as a sanctuary for both parties. Now, again, this is where I'm heavily focused. I desperately want you to be the 13th clan. You've been branded already, Kane. I know that you've come and you've obviously stood here and interrupted it, but when it is shown... But then again, man, when they do show and they say, look, mate, they blew up Mount Weather, they're going to say, why we shot Mount Weather? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's something that they're going to throw at them.
Stand down.
Yeah, they all just need to put the guns down and walk off.
Thunder's attacked Mount Weather.
It's gone.
They're all gone.
Sinclair and I are the only ones left.
Is an act of war.
Sentries, arrest the Ice Nation delegation!
We'll avenge the attack together.
I'll escort them.
We need an ambassador from the 13th clan to stay here in Polis.
It's not safe here.
Clark will be safe here under my protection.
She will always put her people first.
You're now her people.
You should come home to yours.
I'm sorry.
They did boss it though, didn't they? They smoked all of them inside that Mount Weather.
I keep asking myself, how did the grounders know there was a self-destruct mechanism inside Mount Weather?
I swear fealty to you. Clark, come Sky Crew.
That's what you call a leader though, isn't it? That's a big play from Lex to that. Really big play.
I got an info in Go Ahead Plan.
Oh, we got a queen.
Anna, you got your warrant.
I fucking knew it, mate. I said it, didn't I? I literally said it. I thought he was the guy inside.
As predicted.
I fucking knew it.
Not for long. Soon he'll be free, and Lexa will be dead.
Yo, I knew it. I'm really happy with that one. Do you know what? I don't know his name, man. But he was the guy that they captured, took back to the Ark. He's the one they sent back. You know, he scrimped and crawled back up the hill, and Cage was there, and he's got the injection. And he didn't die last season. Do you know how I know he didn't die? Because I watched it, and I remembered it. And he was there, and he was trying to get into the room, wasn't there, where he was doing, you know, where they killed Dante. He was there, he was outside, he was trying to get into it. He knew it was happening, he ended up turning around and he legged it. And later on, this episode that we was just watching, when he was getting the cold on the arm, I was saying, was it them from last season? That's what I said. I didn't like specify who it was, cause I can't remember his name, but that's who I was talking about. And I knew it was that guy. I didn't know like he'd give the codes to the grounder. I thought it might have been him dressed up as one, but it's same thing, same. It was him, the little rat. He's the reason why they've all died. Now, again, really interesting. I'll always go back to the originals and Klaus, right? He is the oldest, strongest, biggest, baddest vampire in the world. And Lucian takes a drug that makes him stronger for the time being. And he's scarier. And he can overpower Klaus. And he asks Klaus to bend the knee. Because Klaus is the king. And Lucian's over there, and he's like, you better bend the knee to me, Klaus. And Klaus, even though he's a stubborn, reluctant person, read the situation, knew that Klaus is still the bigger person, still the leader, still the king. But right now, he has to bend that knee. And it shows, to me, it shows leadership, that recognising when sometimes you have to make yourself either look weak, or acknowledging that you're not currently dominating in that kind of like position at the time. So Lexa, to save her people, has acknowledged that Clark is currently the bigger one, the leader, the threat, the queen, whatever you want to call it, and she's bent the knee. Now, obviously, people don't know that, because obviously, if they did know that, they either Lexa would pretty much kind of like be redundant now. Do you know what I mean? Because Clark could be the leader, but she still took that position where she sacrificed being the leader to save her own people against the Ice Nation, and obviously the threat that's coming, which is really good. Or I've just not read it right, and she's still the leader, but she's acknowledging Clark as an equal. And do you know what I mean? She's like, you bend the knee to me in public, but behind closed doors we're the same. I'll bend the knee to you, we're evens, Stevens. But also know is it was decent. Clark looked really good. I liked it with the war makeup. They always talk about our people, and it's like, no, mate, we are collectively the Grounders, you know what I mean? Like, literally, you're all one now. You're all Sky Crew. You're all Tree Crew. You're all the Grounders. And, you know, I'm glad that the Ice Nation's here. Looks really good. They look different, which I like. Again, different costumes, different people, part of the same crew, fighting internally to see who's in charge. It's going to be exciting. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So very, very interesting. It looks like the positions of power is kind of changing. And Lexa let Clark obviously become part of the Tree Crew. Now, it's interesting, not just Clark, obviously, the Sky Crew as well. But I think that as soon as it was proposed, I was all for it. I thought it was a great idea. Clark first didn't like it. She was fuming. You know, she hadn't spoke to Lexa for a week. And she said that she would never join. She got a proposal from Rowan to take down, you know, to take down Lexa. He said that a knife's already been put underneath your pillow. You know, the guards have been paid off. If you do this and come and join us, we'll make it worth your while, so to speak. And I was saying, first of all, why would she do that? She doesn't even have a clue who the Ice Nation are. She doesn't know who the leader is. She's never met her. At least she knows Lexa and kind of her personality and what it's about. She's got a connection with her. She understands that she's got a kind of agreement that her people will be safe. I understand, I totally understand that she's fuming that they was left hung out to dry to save their own Sky Crew when she cut a deal with herself. But I don't know, man. I feel like people is hypocritical sometimes, because I know Clark turned around and said, mate, I would have done whatever I could to save my friends. I don't let my friends down or whatever. But like, I guarantee you, if she was offered that, where every single person in there and the moment and everyone was safe, she would have took it as well. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Sometimes people are hypocritical. They'd moan at somebody for something, and then if it was offered to them, they'd do it themselves. So I don't know. I'm not mad at Lexa at all about what happened, and I'm not mad at Clark at all for killing every single person in Mount Weather. And the only thing that annoys me a little bit is they consistently saying that it's Clark that killed everybody, and it was Bellamy as well. I don't know if that's going to play further a factor down the line, because he done it as well. Literally, they keep saying, oh, Clark, you done this. Oh, Clark. It's like, Clark, no. Bellamy, Clark, yes. It was a team effort. So, again, I want to know if that plays a factor further down the line. But it's interesting that at first she didn't want that proposal, and then boom, she's accepted it, because obviously Clark's getting something out of it. A big position of power. She's obviously getting Lexa to bend the knee. Now, I would love them two to be together. I'm not going to lie. Absolutely loved it when she kissed her last season. Didn't expect it. It's something that I didn't know I wanted, but once I got it, I loved it and I want it. So I want to see them moving forward. I also think that Kane, Abby done the right thing, take the pin off, give it to Kane to be the leader. And, you know, not hating against Abby this season, she's been totally fine, but it's always going back to what I've been saying, is that when she's been the leader, she's never really had an end goal. She's never really been able to push forward and, you know, move on to the next phase, so to speak. She's always just kind of been here and now and not about the future. And that's where I think Kane and Clark last season was way better than her, because obviously their visions was obviously having an end goal, and it's progressing forward with the story and their people. So her focusing being a doctor, being the council, giving Kane advice. Kind of think that her and Kane should be together, to be honest. I kind of like it. I feel like that'd be perfect. You know what I mean? At first, when she first got that power, she was like just throwing it around. I'm in charge. I'm the power. I'm the power. That's what I didn't like. But now it seems like she's settled in. She's totally fine. Not minding her at all. And like I said, if her and Kane got together, I'd be all for it. interesting that obviously, like I said, Mount Weather's been absolutely destroyed and so many people have been killed inside there. Not bothered really that everybody's died in there. Don't know any of them. I've got to be honest, I haven't got a clue what Bellamy's girlfriend was called this season. Is this the first 3 episodes that she's been in, or was she actually in it before? Honestly, I'll hold my hands up and say I have no idea what her name was, so I'm not really that bothered either that she was killed. The only thing that excites me is the aftermath and how Bellamy's going to react. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be decent. And the fact that obviously he was betrayed by the person that he kind of helped get out of Mount Weather as well is going to make him even more fueled to go after it. He's already sick anyway, Bellamy. You know what I mean? Like, he won my season 1 most liked character. Season 2 is, mate, he was bang on there with Clark as well, and you know, he started off this season strong again, so I'm really excited to see obviously where we go with here. And the fact that the Ice Nation have got a queen now, obviously we've got Queen Lexa, kind of Queen Clark as well. It's gonna be sick, mate. I'm thinking at the end of the season, Clark's gonna come out on top, Lexa's gonna dwindle away, and obviously the Queen of the Ice Nation is gonna get killed. Don't know who's gonna do it, but that's what I'm predicting. I'm gonna say that this is Lexa's last season, not dying. Last season though, she's gonna take her army, her clan, and kind of move that way. And Clark's gonna steamroll ahead of being the leader or whatnot. So that's what I predict. No idea if it's going to come true. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.